A man rushes through the dimly lit corridors of Linlithgow Palace, his rapid footsteps echoing off the stone walls. He gasps for breath as he approaches the room where the Queen and her newborn daughter are staying. Pausing outside to catch his breath, he opens the door and announces, "Milady, the King is dead. Your daughter is now the Queen of Scotland." The infant Queen cries out, marking the beginning of her reign on a chilly December day in 1542, following the death of King James V. Mary, Queen of Scots, inherits her father's realm as an infant, with her mother, Marie de Guise, and other regents governing on her behalf until she comes of age. Marie de Guise gathers with her advisors under the stained glass windows, discussing urgent matters. News of King Henry III's knowledge of her husband's death and his intentions towards her daughter reaches her. The advisors, all Catholic nobles, express their concerns about the Protestant Henry VIII's interference in Scotland's affairs. They also discuss the legitimacy issues surrounding the English throne due to Henry's marriages, which might affect Mary's claim to the English crown. The room grows tense as they contemplate Henry VIII's proposal for Mary to marry his son Edward, a plan they find unacceptable. Marie de Guise silently holds her daughter, aware that alliances are necessary to protect Scotland and her daughter's future. She decides that Mary will be sent to France to marry Francis II, securing her safety and strengthening ties with France. As Mary grows up in France, shielded from the dangers back home, she faces personal tragedies, including the death of her husband, Francis II, and her return to a Protestant-dominated Scotland. Despite her Catholic upbringing, she struggles to connect with her subjects. Her marriage to her cousin, Henry Stuart, Lord Darnley, causes further strife. Accusations and plots swirl around her, leading to Darnley's murder and Mary's controversial marriage to James Hepburn. Mary's reign is marred by scandal, imprisonment, and eventual execution. Her desperate efforts to reclaim her throne and her flight to England for protection only lead to her arrest by Queen Elizabeth I. Accused of conspiring against Elizabeth, Mary is convicted of treason and executed, her turbulent life ending tragically as she is beheaded. Mary, Queen of Scots' life was marked by constant threat and political intrigue, highlighting the perilous role of a monarch in turbulent times. Mary, Queen of Scots' execution not only marked the tragic end of a turbulent life, but also left a lasting impact on the political landscape of England and Scotland. Her death eliminated a Catholic figurehead around which opposition to Protestant Elizabeth I could rally, but it also stirred deep resentment and martyred her in the eyes of many Catholics across Europe. Following her execution, the political tensions between Protestant England and Catholic powers in Europe intensified. Mary's son, James VI of Scotland, inherited a complicated legacy. His mother's Catholic ties and his own Protestant upbringing positioned him as a potential unifier of Scotland and England. This potential was realized in 1603, when he ascended to the English throne as James Brummond after Elizabeth I's death, achieving the union of the crowns that his mother and grandmother had dreamed of, but had been unable to realize due to religious and political strife. James I's reign marked the beginning of the Stuart era in England, which was characterized by further religious conflicts and the struggle between royal authority and parliamentary power. These issues eventually culminated in the English Civil War and the temporary overthrow of the monarchy. Mary's story, filled with drama and tragedy, continued to resonate through history, serving as a cautionary tale of the dangers and intrigues of monarchic rule, the complexities of religious conflict, and the personal costs of political ambition. Her life has been the subject of numerous historical and fictional accounts, each highlighting different aspects of her reign and the turbulent times she lived through. These portrayals ensure that Mary, Queen of Scots, remains a compelling figure in the annals of British history, symbolizing the intense personal and political conflicts of her time.